Hello student, today we will discuss the next chapter of pharmaceutical jurisprudence, that is code of pharmaceutical ethics. Now, what is meant by ethics? Ethics are the moral principle. It is also a science of moral duty. Now, the ethics are the rule by which professions regulate their action and set standard for all its members. While in case of pharmaceutical ethics, which are related to the pharmaceutical professions, now morality. Now morality means the good conduct or behavior and consciousness while working as a professional. Law are the rules which are made for the human conduct and binding to the all person in state or nations. The difference between the law and ethics are the laws are the rules of human conduct binding all the person in that state or nation. While in case of the ethics, these are the rules by which a professions regulate their action and sets the standard for its all members. Law. If the law is broken, the violator may be subjected to the punishment, fine, or imprisonment. While in case of the rule, when the ethics are broken by the professional body, may subject the violator to lose their professional privileges. Where the standard of law, where in case of the ethics there is a standard of conduct. In case of the law, law may prevent one from causing the injury to another, but it cannot force him to help his neighbor in case of need. While in case of ethics, ethics can suggest the helping of neighbor is a function of that ethics. Now, selling of misbranded or adulterated drug is prevented by the law, but the selling of medicine at cheaper rate than that of the fellow pharmacists in this area is not ethical. As we all know that pharmacy profession is a noble profession where the government restrict the practice of pharmacy to only registered pharmacists under the Pharmacy Act 1948. The code of ethics are developed by Pharmacy Council of India, which serve as a guide for pharmacists to follow while providing professional services. It also involves the conduct of pharmacist in relation to his job, his trade, his profession, to relationship with other aligned professionals. Where the first point is ethics of pharmacist in relation to his job. Now, scope of pharmaceutical services. When in a pharmacy, the efficient pharmaceutical services should be provided without any delay. The pharmacy premises should be registered. There should be appropriate availability of emergency as well as common medicines at all time. Conduct of pharmacy. The condition in a pharmacy should be such that it should be preclude avoidable risk or error of any accidental contamination in preparation, dispensing and supply of medicine. The appearance of pharmacy should reflect the professional character of that pharmacy. It should be clear to that public that the practice of pharmacy is being carried out in the establishment. There are various signs, notice, description, wording or business, stationery and related indication should be restrained in a size, design and terms. And notice which are stating that dispensing under employee state insurance scheme or any other scheme sponsored by the government is carried out may be exhibited at the premises. Handling of prescription. A pharmacist should receive a prescription without any comment or any discussion regarding that of prescription or therapeutic efficacy. It may cause the anxiety to that patient. Any question on that prescription should be answered with caution and care. The pharmacist cannot change or substitute any ingredient without the consent of prescription or prescriber. Handling of drugs. All possible care should be taken to dispense a prescription correctly by weighing and measuring all the ingredients in a correct proportion. With the help of scales and measures, visual estimation must be avoided. A pharmacist should always use drug and medicinal preparation of standard quality. He should never fill his prescription with spurious, standard, and unethical preparations. A pharmacist should be judicious in dealing with drug and medicinal preparation known to be poisonous or to be used for the addiction of another abusive purposes. In case in that the pharmacist should not take the narcotics and psychotropic substances without any licensing permission. Apprentice pharmacist. In case of the apprentice pharmacist, the experienced pharmacist should have all the facilities in their drugstore or hospital pharmacy where the apprentice pharmacists are admitted for the practical training. The trainees are given with full of facilities for their work so that they can acquire a sufficient technique and skill to make themselves dependable pharmacists. No certificate or accreditation should be granted to such an apprentice unless the above criterion is attended and the recipient that has proved himself worthy for the same. The pharmacist in relation to the trade. In that, the first point is price structure. Price charge from the customer should be fair and in keeping with the quality and quantity of a commodity supplied and the labor and the skill that is required in making ready for use, so as to ensure an adequate remuneration to the pharmacist taking into the consideration for his knowledge, skill, time consumed and the great responsibility involved, but at the same time without unduly taxing the purchaser. Fair trade practice involve that should be chosen by the pharmacist in a trade. No attempt should be made to capture the business of another pharmacist by offering any sort of prize or gifts. If a customer brings a prescription by mistake which should be genuinely by some other pharmacy, the pharmacist should direct the customer to the ideal or right place, where imitation of copying of labels, trademarks, and other signs or symbols of other pharmacy should not be done. Purchase of drug, where drugs should be always purchased from genuine and reputable manufacturing sources, and the pharmacist should be on his guard not to aid or not to be involved directly or indirectly into the manufacturing, possessions, distribution, and sale of spurious or substituted drugs. Hacking of drugs. The hacking of drugs and medical should not be encouraged, should or nor be attempt be made to solicit order for such a substance from door to door. The self-service method of operating pharmacies and drug stores should not be used, as this practice may lead to the distribution of therapeutic substances without expert supervision and thus would encourage the self-medication, which is highly undesirable. Advertising and displays. No displays material either on the premises, in press, or elsewhere should be used by the pharmacist in connection with the sale to the public of medicines or medical appliances which is undignified in style or which contain any wording, designs, illustration reflecting unfavorably on pharmacists collectively upon any group of individuals. The dispraising reference direct by the implication to the supplier, product, remedies, or treatment. Misleading or exaggeration statements or claim should not be used in that premises. The word cure. which is in reference to the alignment or substance of ill health, not be used. The guarantee for this therapeutic should not be given to in any case of drugs. An appeal to a fear, an offer to a refund of money paid, this price competition or similar scheme cannot be provided by the pharmacist to its customer. Any reference to the medical practitioner or hospital or the use of the term doctor or the nurse in connection with the name of preparation not should be established. Pharmacist in relation to his medical profession. That in that the first is limitations of professional activity, where the medicinal practitioner in general would not take a practice of pharmacy by owning his own drugstore, as this ultimately leads to the coded prescription and monopolistic practice detrimental to the pharmaceutical profession and also the interest of patient. It should be made a general rule that a pharmacist under no circumstance take a medical practice, that is in diagnosing disease, prescribing remedies, therefore even if requested by that of patient to do so. In case of the accident and emergency, a pharmacist may should render the first aid to the victim. No pharmacist should recommend a particular medical practitioner or physician unless specifically asked to do so. Clandestine arrangement. No pharmacist should enter into any secret arrangement or arguments with or any contract with that of another physician to offer him any commission or any advantages of any description in return for his favor for the patients by recommending his dispensary or drugstore or even himself to that of patient. In that first is liaisons with public, being a link between the medical profession and the people. A pharmacist should always keep himself up straight with modern development in a pharmacy profession and other aligned sciences by regularly reading books, journals, magazines. Thus a pharmacist can contribute his share to the nations and building the activities of the country. The pharmacist should can all times inventor and promote the knowledge and contribute his quota to the advancement of learning. A pharmacist should never disclose any information which has acquired during his professional activities to any third party or person unless required by law to do so. Pharmacist in relation to his profession. In that, the first is professional vigilance. The pharmacist must respect the pharmaceutical law and he or she should see that the other pharmacist should respect it. It is not only sufficient for that pharmacist to be law binding and deter for doing this derogatory or society and his profession. He should not be afraid of bringing or causing miscreant to brought a book who may be member of his own profession, where it is obligatory for the pharmacist to extend his help and cooperate for to his fellow pharmacist or fellow member in his legitimate needs, scientific, technicals, or otherwise, he or she to be at the same time vigilant to its undesirable out of profession and thus help to maintain its fair and name and traditions. Law-abiding citizen. Pharmacists should have a good knowledge of country's law regarding food, medicines, pharmacy, health, and sanitization. The pharmacist is a finite whole and his life cannot be divided into the compartments. Relation with his organization. In order to include and cooperate life in his own professional colleagues, a pharmacist should join and advance the cause of all such organization. the aim and object of which are conducive to the scientific, moral, and cultural well being of pharmacists, and at the same time, it is no way contrary to the code of pharmaceutical ethics. Decorum and propriety. The pharmacist should always refrain from doing all such acts and deeds which are not in consonance with the decorum and propriety of the pharmaceutical profession, or which are likely to bring discredit or upgrade to the profession or to himself. The pharmacist should not allow to do anything that goes against the decorum and propriety of the pharmacy profession. In case of pharmacist oath, the pharmacist should not feel no hesitation in accusing the following pharmacist oath, wherein that the Pharmacy Council of India in relation to the community shall act on an integral part of the healthcare team. In that the pharmacists take an oath to serve as a professional to the society. Thank you.